Hey guys, it's Alex here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. Hope you guys are having a good day, and let's get in the video. And before we start the video, actually, I know this is going to be recorded off my iPhone. I know you guys like the edited videos and all that, but with this series, I like to make it unedited. I just like to get to the facts and what I believe. And also, if I record on my iPhone, it takes only around 5 minutes to upload these kind of videos, while on my computer it will take around an hour and a half. So based on time consuming and how much quicker it is to upload it to my phone, I'm just going to record it through my phone. I know you guys might not like that, but for all my other videos, it will still be going to my computer. Just these Let's Talks will go through my iPhone just because it's just it's a lot easier to upload and post. And let's just start off with NBA with Kyrie Irving. He recently announced this week, or there's been ongoing number of reports that he wants out of Cleveland, wants to be traded, and he has 4 teams that he prefers, and that's Miami Heat, San Antonio Spurs, New York Knicks, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I'm only going to talk about those 4 teams and the likely destinations of those 4, because that's where people are saying he will go, no other team. Let's just talk about them. Let's get down to the facts that this is, for some people, comes as a shocker that Kyrie wants out, but for me this just sounds like it should be happening, or this is what I expected to happen. Maybe not now, but the sooner the better, I believe. Is that I feel like Kyrie knows that this big 3 in Cleveland's not going to stay this long while as LeBron becomes a free agent next year. Yeah, he might stay with Cleveland, but he might leave. He has a very good possibility of leaving. When David Griffin got fired, a lot of things happened, a lot of tensions rose. Kyrie Irving also knows that there's no cap space for the Cavs to get better. They don't have much space or room to deal with to get all these players or get new players. When you have the likes of Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith signed to these mega deals, Kevin Love also has a max out deal. It just does not make your team better. And when no one else wants to trade for those contracts, you're really put in a horrible position, and then you don't really have any draft picks to use. So you don't have any draft picks, you don't have any cap space, no one wants your players. It doesn't look like a good destination to be in Cleveland. And while, yes, they could just go over the luxury tax, Dan Gilbert is just not known for spending that much money. He's known to being cheap, even though he's one of the richest owners. And I just can't see the Cavaliers staying this good. And the Warriors keep getting better. The Cavaliers just look like they hit their peak and they're falling. So why not now leave? Just go to a new team and try and make something big. And that's what I think Kyrie's trying to do. I think LeBron knew that's what Kyrie was going to do. And I think LeBron knows that he's not going to stay in Cleveland. I don't know where LeBron's going to go. I'm not going to talk about LeBron yet. I'm just only going to talk about Kyrie, even though LeBron said he won't waive his no-trade clause. So he can get traded too this year if anything happens, but I can't see the Cavaliers doing that. But the 4 teams that he said he wants to go to, it's very curious, or I'm very curious to see how these trades can happen. Because LeBron did say that he's going to have no effect or no say in where he's going to end up and what team he wants or what he wants in the trade. Like, that alone just tells me the Knicks are out of contention. Because LeBron wants Carmelo, but if he's going to have no say in this, I don't think the Cavaliers want Carmelo's contract. So I feel like the Knicks are going to be taken out just because of that thing right there. If the Knicks are not going to give up Porzingis, they don't have any other asset to give up. Yes, they can give up some picks, but I don't know if just are picks enough for Kyrie. Because if the Cavs, if LeBron's not going to help persuade Cleveland getting Carmelo, and like they know he's going to leave, why would they try to go after him? It just doesn't make sense. So let's just take out the Knicks. I don't believe he's going to go there. I don't think LeBron, when LeBron said he's not going to help make this trade or try to trade for him, that just takes out the picture of the Knicks, because that's the only way he would go to New York is if they gave up Carmelo in a draft pick, and that's not happening. So let's take out New York Knicks. Let's go to the second team with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, Kyrie said before he wants to play with Jimmy Butler. That's why he was close to going to the Bulls before Butler got traded to Minnesota. He just wants to play with Jimmy Butler. And if you're telling me you can have a team of Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, and Karl-Anthony Towns, you're automatically one of the top teams in the NBA. And not just a top team right now, a top team for the near future and for a long time. Just the only issue is, who are they going to give up? They just signed Jeff Teague to a 3-year deal. So right now, you're going to have to give up Jeff Teague immediately, who you just signed. But who else? Is it Muhammad, I think? Their other center, Sabiz. I might be butchering it. I might be completely wrong. That one center, the power forward, that guy, the Muhammad guy. I might be completely wrong with who I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure it's Muhammad. Him, Jeff Teague, and a draft pick for Kyrie Irving. Do you think Cavaliers would bite on that? And do you think that the Timberwolves would do that just because they just signed Jeff Teague? I don't know. I just really don't know. Will that be good enough for the Cavs to take? Yes, Jeff Teague and Muhammad both are in contracts or will be locked down for the next few years. So that's an advantage they have. And if Kyrie really wants to play with Jimmy Butler, it's better that the Cavs can go. Or if the Cavs would rather trade him to a West Coast team than Eastern Conference, I can get that. But I don't know, just because of Jeff Teague just signing a brand new deal, a new contract with Minnesota, that he's going to go there. But they have a good idea. Just imagine the possibilities they could. And will the Timberwolves, it's more of not if the Cavs will take it, or the Timberwolves would do that. And I don't think Muhammad and a first-round pick and Jeff Teague are good enough to send to Jeff Teague. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a possibility. That's a good possibility. But I don't think that... If I had to rank them, I would put that as the third team or the third destination or the third likely. So, I don't know. Just let me know if you think what the chances are he's going to go to Minnesota. I'll put that as like a 30% chance. I don't see that likely, but you never know. There could be more to offer. There could be a third team to make a 3-team trade, and if that's the case, then everything changes. But as of now, we don't know. So let's get into the third team I'm going to talk about, San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs will be probably the best destination for Kyrie to end up. You have Greg Popovich. You can team up with Kawhi Leonard. You're going to have one of the best duos in the league. And you know he's going to develop the best, and he will be the offensive star that he wants to be in San Antonio. There's just the one issue, though, with San Antonio. Who are you going to give up? They don't have anyone. Why would the Cavaliers want LaMarcus Aldridge's contract? Because that's the only one I can see leaving. You have him. You can also give up Danny Green. Then maybe a first-round pick. But you know the odds are the first-round pick's going to be in the end of the first round. So it's not going to be a great first-round pick. LaMarcus Aldridge and Danny Green are also on the older side and getting up there in age. And now you're going to have a giant contract with Marcus Aldridge, him, Tristan Thompson's contracts combined. It doesn't work out. I just don't see why the Cavaliers would take that. I think that would be the best destination for Kyrie to end up. I just don't see that happening just because I don't think the Spurs have any assets to trade. But like I said, if there's a 3-team trade, that can change completely. I just don't see it happening. I see it more than likely than the Timberwolves, just because LaMarcus Aldridge is better than Jeff Teague and Muhammad. I don't know if the Cavs will do that just because it's not like the best offer they're going to get. So that's why I'm going to leave my last team with the Miami Heat. Yes, I might be a little biased in saying the Heat have the best offer, but what the Heat can offer is something that no other team can. And that is essentially saying they can give up Goran Dragic, who is a top point guard. He's the best finisher in the NBA. He can make a layup anywhere. He's a great player. He averaged like 20 points this year, I believe. So you give up a 20-point guard who is locked down for a few years. You can also give up Justice Winslow, who is a very talented player. Yes, he's coming back from ACL injury. But remember, he was a top 10 pick. So you have a very talented player in Justice Winslow. You can give up Goran Dragic, and you can give up a first-round pick. Yes, that's the best offer they're going to get out of those 4 teams, I believe, if there's no third team in it. But will the Cavaliers do that because it's an Eastern Conference team is what I think. And will the Heat give up those Goran Dragic and that ruin all the chemistry? Because Dion Waiters and Kyrie weren't great or didn't have the best chemistry in Cleveland. And then Dion Waiters or how the Heat's new idea or new logic is, it's all about chemistry. You brought in Dion Waiters, you brought in James Johnson, Tyler Johnson, Hassan Whiteside. All these players, before they got to the Heat, weren't good. Now they became great in Miami, and they have this chemistry. I don't know if the Heat would give up the chemistry. I think, as a Heat fan, I would definitely do that. Especially that Irving's 5 years younger or 6 years younger than Goran. And you can essentially have a fantastic team and a leading scorer that can easily give it up to Hassan Whiteside. But I don't know if the chemistry will work well. But I think that would be the best destination, or the Cavs will trade, or they will have the best. The Heat have the best offer, but I think the best destination is either the Spurs or the Timberwolves. Let me know where you think Kyrie's going to end up. Or do you think he's not even going to leave Cleveland this year? I don't know. I really don't know. That's just what's shocking, or that I'm very interested in. Because I don't know if he's going to even leave. But now, let me know in the comments below. We can talk about that all you want. But now I'm going to go into my second topic, and that is Manchester City. Now having the most expensive defense of all time. They spent over $300 million alone in defense in the last 3 seasons, signing likes of Otamendi, John Stones, Bravo, Ederson, Danilo, Walker, Mendy. And now, do you think is that enough? Now you have Mendy at left back, you have Otamendi, Vincent Kompany, or John Stones center back, Ederson at goalkeeper, and now at right back you have Kyle Walker. Is that even the best defense in the Premier League? I don't know. I know it's very young, so you can develop it to be one of the best. But it's the shocking thing of how they have so many expensive players. Like, they're spending so much money. And I know everyone's always talks about the price tag of a player, and it's always at the price. It's like, did they overspend on these players? My answer is no. Yes, $52 million and $50 million for Walker and Mendy are a crazy amount of money. But you just have to look at it as the owner's perspective. He's a billionaire. He makes hundreds of millions off of Manchester City. Why would it matter that he's going to spend $50 million on a player that could help make Manchester City win Champions League and Premier League? In his perspective, you have to spend money to win the league, and that's the fact. Now you have the TV deal. Everyone's spending hundreds of millions. Yes, you might be spending more than everyone else, but if you're going to spend the money, if you have the money, why not spend it? And that's exactly his thought. And that's exactly what Pep Guardiola is thinking. If they have the money, why not just spend it up on the players? I remember they rejected a $44 million bid Monaco did for Mendy, saying, we think he's worth more than Walker. Most teams might argue that. Most teams might say more than $50 million is a lot. But Manchester City is like, we have the money. They don't really care. They don't care about the finance. They are so good financially that it doesn't matter that they're going to spend more money. They're like, if they want a player, they're going to get it because they're going to spend a crazy amount of money on it. And I don't know if that's the way people want the Premier League or football or soccer to be in the future, but that's where it's going to go. There's players just going to go for more and more, and it's more just everyone's going to be better financially, so they have to spend that amount of money. If Mendy goes for $52 million, Alexander's going to go for $70 million? And why will Chelsea say that's too much? The argument is it really when your owner's a billionaire and they make hundreds of millions every year on it? I don't know. I think Manchester are making great signings. I'm not going to complain. Just this price tag's a lot, and they're spending so much money that their expectations should be winning it. But if they don't win it, that's just saying, oh wow, look how much money you spent. But I guarantee if they don't win it, they're just going to spend more money. And do you think that is the way people should win it? Let me know in the comments below. I think that's going to be it for today's Let's Talk. You can comment below if I missed out on a topic, if you want something to add on, if you want to give your opinion. I will comment on all of them. I will read all the comments. Please leave a like if you like these series. I know you might not like it, it's on the iPhone, but it just makes it easier for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.